Welcome to day 38 of 100 Days of Python, the Code Along With Me challenge. I'm Bill Mosley, and if you want to access the entire listing of these 100 Days of Python, you can go to my website, www.bmosley.com/HTTP. The link is also below in the video notes for your convenience. Let's jump into today's project. And what we're going to do today is a follow-up to what we did on day 37, which is an email extraction program. And in day 37, what we did is extract emails from a string of text, which is mildly useful. And we used some regular expressions. The day before that, we did some text processing. Today, I want to use another tool, but I want to take things up a notch. Because let's face it, the real reason that most of us are interested in email extraction is so that we can do something like take emails from a web page like this. And on this web page, we've got some mail to links. And we also have some email addresses in the text. And I want to grab all of those, put them in a list, and then print them out. And that'll be a useful exercise. It'll teach us a lot of things. And so let's get going. And today we're going to use some additional libraries. The first one we're going to use is called requests, and you may need to install that. If you want to install packages, you would go to here, the Python packages screen, and you can search for the package there and install it by clicking the button. So you do that for anything. If that package is underlined in red like this, then you know it's not installed. So once it's installed, it should look like this. It's gray because I haven't used it yet. So we're going to do that. And we are also going to install from BS4, we're going to import rather. You may need to install this as well. It's something called Beautiful Soup and Beautiful Soup. These two libraries, requests allows us to talk to a web server, and Beautiful Soup allows us to take a web page and easily break it up into its components. So when we're talking to this web page, which is live on my server, and I'll leave it there for a little while for people to test out their script with, the web server needs to be spoken to, and then we need to break it down. So we're going to use Beautiful Soup. And then we are also going to use regular expressions. So we're going to import that one as well. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is start out with a URL for our starting point. And this one, which I will leave up for a little while, is www.bmosley.com/test email HTML. Okay, so that's a string that will take us to this web page. And so we have that in there. The next thing we want to do is we have to fool the web server into thinking that we are somebody using a web browser. And so I need to create a header, and it's actually not a string. I'm going to say dictionary header. Because this is a dictionary, and the key here is user agent, which is code for what web browser are we using. And then this is a fairly long string, so I'm not going to type it all in here, but I'm going to copy and paste it, and you should do the same. The code will be in the starting code for this object, but here it is, and we don't need two quotes at the front end of that. And so we are going to, there is the whole thing here, and we can actually do this as all one line as well. So it looks like this, and all one line, just like that. Okay, so this is one string, and this will identify our computer as a web browser when it's talking to the web server. And if we don't do that, the web server is going to say, sorry, I'm not going to give you any information. So we've got to do that. And now we are going to fetch the page. And so we are going to, when we put in a request, we get something called a response. And so we're going to say response equals requests dot get, and then we are going to say str URL, and our headers is a named parameter, so we'll say headers equals str, or I'm sorry, dictionary header. There we go. That's what we've got there. And then the next thing we need to do is take the response and put it into text. So str HTML equals response dot text. So that puts it in there. And now str HTML is going to contain the HTML for the page. If we want to print that out, let's try it out. HTML. So if we run this, we can see now there's the HTML code for that page, and we are in business. So we'll get rid of that. And now we're going to feed that into the beautiful soup, which parses that, and it'll actually turn that into an object that has a structure to it. So we're going to say soup equals beautiful soup, and we're going to say str HTML, and then we have to tell it we're going to use the HTML parser, which basically just instructs beautiful soup as to what kind of code we're giving it so that it knows how to parse that. Okay, so now we want to create a list of emails, but rather than a list, we're going to create a set, which makes sure that we have only unique emails. So we're going to say set emails equals set, just like that. It's an empty set for now, but we're going to add to that. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to use Beautiful Soup to look for links that are mail to links. So we're going to say for link in soup dot find, and we're going to find all. So it's going to return a list of all elements that are the anchor tag, and where href equals something. So anytime for each link in all of these things that are returned, so we're going to iterate through those, we're going to say href equals link, and this is a string here, by the way. So link dot href, and so we want to ask if it's a mail to link. So we're going to say if str href starts with, and we're going to say mail to, just like that. Then we know it's a link, and we're going to strip out the mail to part. So we're going to say we're going to use str email equals str href. So it's going to take that whole thing, including the mail to part, and we are going to start at position 7 in that string, which starts us with whatever comes after that and finishes the string, puts it into the str email, and then we want to add it to the emails. So we're going to do set emails dot add, and we'll do str email dot strip, just to be safe. And there we go. So that's going to put in all of our the mail to links, which are these links, but we still need to grab these. Okay, so if we want to, for str email in set emails, print str email. Let's see how this works so far. Okay, so there are the 3 emails that are from these 3 links. Cool. That's what we want. Now we need to find the emails that are not links, which would be these 2. For that, we are going to use just the visible text. So we can use soup for that also. So we're going to say str text equals soup.getText, and that gives us all the visible text in the document. And then we're going to say found emails. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to say li found equals re find all. And the pattern that we're going to use is going to be a regular expression pattern. So when we do that, I'm just going to copy and paste it in here, but it starts with R and then it's a string, and you can see that string here. And we're going to pass that str text through that pattern. And so it's going to take any matches and put them into this list. That's what find all does for us. And that's find all with no underscore. Notice that soup's find all has an underscore. The regular expression find all does not. Common to get those 2 confused. So now we're going to say for str email in li found, we want to add emails, and that's the set emails dot add, and we're going to go email. We'll strip the space off of that, and that would be str email. There we go. And now it should print all of the email addresses from that document. So when we run that, you can see here it correctly identifies and captures all of the email addresses from that website. And with great power comes great responsibility, so please don't misuse this knowledge and go pointing your script at other servers for the purpose of doing terrible things with emails. But this is a very important academic exercise, and so hopefully you've learned something from this video. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time.